Ya 30 second.
Well, Muhyiddin's biggest political challenge doesn't come from the other side of the political divide, or it no longer comes from there. Rather, it's what we will call intramural power struggle between Bersatu and UMNO in the ruling coalition. So in the upcoming general election, if we do have such a snapped general election, UMNO of course would demand the lion's share of seats to contest, as it is confident that it could win back more seats, especially now that it is in close cooperation with PAS. So a snap poll actually would not perhaps work to Muhyiddin's favor, because his Bersatu party risks being, in a sense, overwhelmed or even swallowed by UMNO. Now, if you look at the Sabah state elections results, UMNO won 14 seats and Bersatu won 11. So these are comparable results. I mean, 11 and 14, granted there's a 3 seats difference, but it's comparable. So on the one hand, the overall win by the GRS side in the Sabah state election will embolden the UMNO to call for general election. And well, because Muhyiddin performed quite well as well, his party, and his candidate Hajiji is now the new chief minister. So in a sense, it would give more confidence to Muhyiddin to call for a snap general election. But of course, at the end of the day, again, it is still up to the seat negotiation and allocation talks between Bersatu and UMNO. Anwar's announcement of yet another attempt to wrest the federal ruling power from Muhyiddin, I think, well, it's a bit, to say the least, premature. Anwar has, of course, made several pronouncements similarly in the past, shall we say, decade. I could recall back to even 2008, right? And none of these attempts actually materialized. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to Anwar, and said he at various times were confident that he commands the majority of support in parliament. Unfortunately, as we know, such majorities are typically very fragile. The moment he make those announcements, there will be attempts to, in a sense, wrest back those members of parliament who support or supported him, right? So I think that was the case in 2008, that was the case perhaps in 2014, and it is likely to once again be the case at the moment, because well, I won't be so crude as to say a lot of members of parliament are putting up their seats for sale, but it is very close to that. And therefore, if you are Anwar, of course, sometimes it is difficult to make the judgment as to when to make such an announcement. If it is made too early, there will be opportunity for the other side to wrest back those members of parliament. If it is announced too late, then those members of parliament who are supporting you may feel that your momentum is lost, and therefore they may go back to the other side of the political divide. So for Muhyiddin, that's really not a big threat at all. I think Muhyiddin's major political challenge remains with dealing with UMNO.